The stories I'll never write could fill the 7 grandest libraries of the 7 grandest civilizations that I'll never conjure. The magnificent, gilded spiral staircases of the Zelian architects, adorned with rubies and jades, brilliantly lit through skylight, serving 7 floors of empty shelves, patroned only by the phantasms of the characters that will not be. They'd speak of the most moving romances the world will never see, the breathtaking kisses of Vincent and Simone, as they're pulled from each other's grasp and taken to opposite ends of the galaxy, where they'll spend a dozen lifetimes dreaming of the one in which they reunite. They'd tell of daring adventurers, the treasure hunter whose mystical artifact secrets will remain forever a mystery, with no viewer to dream reverently of wielding the power of the chalice of Bacchus, the divine madness which it bestows. The histories of those that move me will fade into obscurity, lacking my documentation. The life stories so mad they couldn't possibly be fiction, of the traveling bards, the wizened old kooks, the cowards that are impossible not to love, for the fleeting moments that they allow it, the saviors of the damned, the ones who never grew up, for better and worse, and everyone that's ever made them who they are, will not arouse my pen from its slumber. Imagine the excitement that they could provoke, the electricity they'd inspire, the unity produced when all viewers cease, for a moment, to live separate lives, and are united through empathy by the narrative. Shame that will not come to pass. They'd enrage the tempests within, with the incessancy of their injustice, the torment in which they cast their protagonists, without warning or justification, and the self-sabotage said protagonists will inflict, while searching for something to blame, until they realize that they're owed nothing, and everything they wish for is up to them. They'd provide comic relief among the darkest of circumstances, as when a man goes to end his life, and is foiled when his fall is broken, by a soiled mattress beneath the bridge from which he leapt, planted there for the usage of inquisitive young teenagers, his life now one more attributable to its haggard charms. They'd compress and expand time at my will, encompassing entireties of empires on a single page, or allowing an entire chapter to savor a single second, the creative freedom permitting defiance of the very laws of the universe. I'd be unbounded, able to explore impossible concepts which so many have before, accidentally inspiring in the visionaries today the world those visionaries will create tomorrow, the world we were certain could never be. Who would blame me for failing to dream such dreams? Who would even notice from their routine existence the characters in me to whom I give no voice, the universes I contain? Who has time for such childish fantasy, when the clothes need washing, the dogs need walking, the plants need watering, the kitchen needs an update, the new model Jeeps are out, and phones, and cameras? An endless procession of gadgets doesn't pay for itself, and these toys need justifying. Indulgence in spending requires indulgence in usage, and the pretzel logic required needs an impaired mind to seem rational. The beer needs drinking, and what thought is there left for such luxury as imagination? If I weren't making such excuses, I might instead be exploring the depths of the soul, challenging myself to walk a lifetime in shoes I could never otherwise occupy. Those of a blind young woman, perhaps, in colonial Vietnam. What might I learn through study and contemplation of such a life? How might she shape my destiny? Another grain of sand in the mound of questions that will have no answers. If you must know, I'm afraid of where they lead. The stories I'll never write would reveal all I keep hidden, every twisted thought I keep buried within me, because it's safer to be normal, would be unveiled to the world, an innocence which can never be returned, a direct affront to those who prefer to remain in their immaculate delusion. And what good would they bring me? the gratitude of my fellow deviants, the tears in the eyes of an appreciator as they hold my work before them and think, I've kept that thought for 40 years and never spoken it aloud once. Yet there it is on the page before me. I'm not alone, and I never have been. I can't buy anything with that. They'd savor our greatest triumphs, the moments when the finesse, cultivated by years of diligence, coupled with the right opportunity, converge upon that transcendent point and make heroes from those who only ever wanted to serve their mother's recipe for the finest soup in all of France. They'd captivate with suspense as you wonder how our dashing hero will rescue his beloved prize poodle from the plotting clutches of Dr. Depravia. Secrets and lies would proliferate like viruses, serving only one purpose, to reveal the cynical truth that the universe is indifferent to your sense of morality, and that cheating is an efficient path to victory, which may reveal the greater truth, that victory brings only a fleeting celebration, while trust enables the bonds that give a lifetime meaning. Meaning, the center of every one. The feeling when the old friend writes to say she still laughs about the jokes he used to tell. The teacher sees the smile of realization on her pupil. The composer watches an audience brought to tears by his symphony. The builder sees the fruits of his labor grow. The musician has the whole room dancing with joy. The team celebrates over beers after the game. The lovers pull each other closer. Lament if you must the stories I'll never write, for lament will serve you well in your search for distraction from all the unwritten stories contained within you.